taking us on this exact journey for tonight. All right. So I hope you can hear me. Hi, Benga. Hi, Taiwo. Please confirm that you can hear me.
Hi, Chukemeka, I
Yes,
can hear you.
I can hear you.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. So I'm going to bring up my screen in a couple of minutes. I'm going to bring up my screen in a couple of minutes so that we can start immediately. Okay, fantastic. So hi everyone once more. Welcome to this amazing, fantastic session that we've brought together for you to be able to understand some case study and project walkthrough of internship projects for people in data engineering as analytics. All right, so basically we are going to walk you through some of the projects or a project that data engineers walk through if they are taking their case study or their internship project with us here at Analytics, right? But before we jump right into this, I would love to know you and also know where you are joining us from. So I would love to know you and where you are joining us from. Just in the chat box, just type in your name and then the location of where you are joining us from so that we'll get to meet each other and understand where everyone from this exact call has joined us from tonight. Okay, so let's just quickly do that and then we're going to start off immediately. All right, I would love to know you and where you are joining us from. Okay, let's keep dropping it, please. I love to have a class or sessions that are very, very conversational, okay? Even though that you may not be speaking, but we can still have a proper conversation through the chat box, okay? So just drop it in, your name and where you are joining us from, the country that you're joining us from, perfect, so that we'll get to understand each other before we dive into this exact data engineering masterclass to understand some case study and project walkthrough that we put our students through. Okay, I can see a comment in the chat box. That should be from Kole Magic, joining from UAE. Fantastic. Hi, Kole. Welcome to this amazing session. All right, I can see Tonya. Tonya, hello, my name is Tonya, joined from Bayelsa, Nigeria. Fantastic. So we have two people from two different countries already, Nigeria and of course UAE. We also have Christopher joining us from United Kingdom. We have Christopher joining us from United Kingdom. All right, so others, are you shy to tell me where you're joining us from? Okay, I'm Chukwemeka, and I'm currently here in Lagos, Nigeria. All right, so I also love to hear from you so that we'll get to start off this session immediately, okay? We'll have close to 20 people on the call, so please keep it coming so that I'll be able to understand how our communication is going to be tilted tonight. But I'd love to know you and know where you are joining us from. I'll have Ruki from Lagos. I have Lydia from Toronto. Fantastic. Welcome, Lydia. I have Aisha from Nigeria. Amazing. Amazing. So we have more than UAE, Nigeria, UK, Toronto, Nigeria. Okay, fantastic. We have close to 4 countries currently on the call. And that's part of the things that sessions like this always promises to offer, right? This is part of the thing that it promises to offer, the opportunity for networking, right? It promises the opportunity for networking because by virtue of you being on this exact call, you've instantly networked with people across the globe. You've networked people from Nigeria, people in United Kingdom, people in Toronto, people in UAE, and across the globe, okay? So while we are still waiting for others to join us, we're instantly going to kickstart this exact session. But I also love to know if today is the first time that you are joining us, right? So if today is the first time that you are joining us on a call, please just type in a 1 because I have a specially curated package for first timers so that we'll be able to guide you from point 0 to the highest level that you can ever imagine to achieve in the tech ecosystem, right? So if today is the first time of you being on this call, please just drop in a 1, right? So that I will get to know the people that are joining these calls for the first time, all right? Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming, guys. Let's keep it coming. If today is your first time of joining us, just type in a 1 so that we'll get to know that tonight or this morning or this afternoon, depending on wherever you are joining us, is the first time of you being in a analytics masterclass session. Okay, let's keep it coming, please. Let's keep it coming. This is to enable us, guide the direction of how our discussion is going to entirely go, so that we get to know, okay, we'll have first timers on our midst. How do we entirely approach this exact session? We'll have people that have been in these classes before now. How do we entirely approach this session? Okay, I have seen Aisha. Aisha said that today is our first time of being on this call. Amazing. Today is our first time of being on this call. So we're instantly going to kickstart the entire session. I've seen Aisha, and then I've known that, okay, we'll have first timers here in our midst. So we're going to start off immediately. All right. So basically, who are we, right? Who are we? We are Analytics, right? And we are the leading educational technology company that is constantly helping the people of the Black ecosystem, the people of the Black community, to transition into the tech industry, right? We've done this by lowering the entry barrier into this course, into these exact domains, by creating specially streamlined case study-based learning that is going to help you transition from the classroom into getting your own first job, right? We've been doing this for the last couple of more than 4 years, and we've helped people across UK, US, Canada, Europe, Asia, and of course, Africa to land their first jobs, okay? We've helped more than 2,000 people move from classroom to their first jobs. And we have programs cut across so many areas, starting with data analytics, business analysis, data engineering, data science, financial analysis, HR analytics, Scrum Master, cybersecurity, AI engineering. But for tonight, we are going to specially concentrate on data engineering, right? Because this is a data engineering master class, okay? And we have a team of amazing facilitators come from amazing companies across the globe, like Microsoft, InterSwitch, Amazon, Netflix, and so on and so forth. And we also have our students work in these amazing companies, right? So how do we exactly do this? Is by using real life case study based experiences to pass it down to the students. For example, what we're going to be doing tonight is going to be a proper project-based experience learning, right? That once you are able to get your hands properly guided in it, it can serve as an experience for you to enter into the data engineering field. Okay, so in the world of today, what recruiters keep looking out for is just skilled and experienced people to bring into their own company. All right, skilled and experienced guys, that's the people that recruiters want to bring into any company, because they do not want to bring in someone that they are going to spend lots of time training. So they want people that at least have that minimal skill and experience that will get them kickstarted in their own field. And how do you build this skill? How do you build this experience? Is by getting your hands dirty with real life project-based learning, okay? You may not have the opportunity to get the proper working inside the exact industry, but we'll bridge the gap by making it possible for you to have a hands-on on all those real life experiences by bringing it to the classroom for you to work on. Okay, so tonight we are going to be hearing from Taiwo on this exact area. But first of all, who am I? I am Chukwuemeka, all right? I am the COO of Analytics. And personally, I'm a GRC expert, that's governance, risk, and compliance, and I have more than 5 years experience in this exact domain, and of course, in consulting. And currently, I am the COO of Analytics, and I've helped close to 500 people with no technical background transition into the tech ecosystem and land their first job, all right? My experience spans across governance, risk, and compliance in the banking sector, head of control in the fintech ecosystem, data analyst in the fintech ecosystem, and of course, I've practiced as a hospitality consultant. I've worked in the financial services, in the capital markets, the hospitality sector, and presently I am here in the educational tech industry. Currently, I reside in Nigeria. And with me tonight is no other person than Taiwo. Taiwo is an amazing data engineer that has played in the industry of data analysis. She has an advanced experience in Python, SQL, ETL and ELT processes, data warehousing, and of course, cloud engineering. And this is something that she has been doing for more than 5 years right now. Okay, so Taiwo's experience spans across the technology system, the FMCG industry, telco industry, entertainment, of course, and presently she is in the educational sector like myself. So you can connect with her on LinkedIn at Taiwo Akinyefa. Hi Taiwo, do you want to say hello to people that we have in the house?
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? It's nice to have you here. I'm excited to be here. I hope you are.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So in the next couple of minutes, we are going to be hearing fully from Taiwo with everything that she has to give us tonight relating to the case study based learning that we are here to get. Right. So moving on, what are we doing today? What are we going to do today? So first off, Taiwo is going to walk us through how you can build your first end-to-end web scraping ETL pipeline, scraping Jumia data using Python and SQL. All right, she's going to walk us through how you can build your first end-to-end web scraping ETL pipeline, scraping Jumia data using Python and SQL. So what exactly is ETL? ETL is extraction, transformation, and loading, right? So Taiwo is going to walk us through how we can extract data from Jumia sites, how we can transform this Excel data using Python, and how we can load it into a database called Postgre, which we are doing with SQL. Right, so stay on the call and try as much as possible to watch and learn. All right, so it may be hard for you to follow and code along, but try and watch and learn so they can understand who data engineers are. Because on day-to-day basis, companies need to make decisions, right? Companies need to make decisions. For example, here in analytics, we make use of ETL pipeline to be able to extract the number of times analytics was mentioned on Twitter or on Google, and then transform it using Python and load to a database that each morning that will come, we'll have a place that we can comfortably see all the number of times that analytics has been mentioned. And this is part of the amazing things that ETL can do for you. And after it, we are going to walk you through the career path to becoming a data engineer, right? What exactly is the career path for you as a data engineer? How can you be able to transition into this amazing industry and practice fully as a data engineer? Then number 3, we also walk you through our upcoming cohort that is starting on July 6, 2024. Right? Before then, we're also going to show you some of the success stories of our past students, things that they've been able to achieve after their own training. And lastly, by virtue of you being on this call, have an amazing fresh discount for you. So stay on the call, guys, and let's listen to what Taiwo has to give us for tonight. And don't forget, my colleague Lydia, she will be dropping the attendance form in the chat box. This is for you to be able to get the recording of this session and also get the slide that we are using for this exact session. So guys, let's currently listen to what Taiwo has to give us. Hi Taiwo, you have the floor, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Taiwo. I'm so excited to be here. I hope you are. How many people are excited? If you're excited, please drop comments in the chat box. So today we're going to be okay, let me share my screen. Okay. I'm coming. I'm share my screen now. Okay, can you all see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me know.
Yes, you can. You can see the entire screen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so today we'll be talking okay. Okay, yes. So today we'll be looking at ETL, web scraping. And we're building a pipeline and scraping data from the web and loading it into PostgreSQL. and we'll be looking at a case study. So please, I want everyone to pay attention and follow closely to what I do in this practical session. So where we'll be getting our data is from Jumia. We'll be scrapping data from Jumia, and the link is there. Now, the case study focuses on Tech Shop, a leading online laptop vendor in Jumia. And what Tech Shop aims to do is to run market analysis, know their consumers' preferences, analyze their sales. And to do this, they need data. They cannot do this without data. And that is the problem they have. Now, this requires ETL for you to build an ETL to extract this data, transform this data, and load this data so they can have access to this data for analysis. Now, they come and meet you as a data engineer in Tech Shop. Okay, we have this problem. How can we solve it? How can we get this data? How can this data become accessible to us for analysis? And you as a data engineer, the challenge is to design and implement an efficient ETL pipeline to automate this process, to extract this data and make it accessible for them to use. Okay, now, what we're going to be doing today, we're going to develop a Python script to scrap data from Jumia's website. Then we also clean and transform this data so that it can be structured, because the data we're getting from the website is not structured. So we have to clean it and transform it for it to be structured. Then we load it into the Postgres database and automate this process. Now, what's the benefit of this? TechShop has real-time access to this data. After we get the data for them, they have access to the data. They also have automation of the ETL process, allowing them to save time and resources, and also to make informed decisions. Now, the tech stack will be working with Python, SQL, and PostgreSQL. These are essential skills for us as a data engineer, Python and SQL. And when you join the training program, we're going to walk you through these skills from beginner level to expert level. We'll break down these processes, we'll break down the skills from the basics to the advanced level. So, for this particular project, this is the tech stack we're going to be working with. Now, the requirement you need is a good PC, good internet connection, internet browser, your Chrome or any browser you use, then Python packages. These are the four main packages we're going to use in Python: Request, Beautiful Soup, Pandas, and SQL Alchemy. And other software we'll make use of. We'll also teach all these things in the training program when you join fully. Okay, so this is just the data architecture. As you can see, our data source is from Jumia. We'll extract the data using a Python script and load it into PostgreSQL. So let's get right into it without wasting too much time. Okay, I hope you're excited. So okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to share my screen. Okay, can we all see my screen?
Hi, Taiwo, I can see your screen.
Okay. So let's get right into what we have to do. Okay. So first of all, we want to create a folder for Tech Shop. I'm going to create a new folder. Okay, so now that I've created the folder, we want to work with this folder, with this directory. So we're going to make use of VS Code, like I said. So I'm going to open my VS Code. Okay. Now this is just the welcome page of our VS Code. So now we want to access that folder we have created. And we're going to open it in VS Code. So we're going to go to this, open folder. Now our folder has been opened. The tech shop folder we created is open in VS Code. Now we're going to create a file, a notebook that we're going to use to run all our codes, extract the data, transform this data, and load it. So I'm just going to create a file. Yeah. And name it ETL pipeline. Now, this is a notebook. It's a notebook. Use notebook when you want to see the output of your code. It's interactive. So now, first of all, what do we want to do? I mentioned earlier that we're going to be working with 4 major packages, Python market packages. That is request, beautiful soap, pandas, and SQL alchemy. Now, I'm going to install them. Before you do anything, you have to make sure you install these packages so that it can be in your environment. Sorry, before that, I'm supposed to select the panel I'm going to be working with, the environment, which is Python. Okay, so we're going to install the packages. We have requests. We have beautiful soap. Beautiful soap 4. Then we have pandas. Okay, so we're going to install this first and run it. We're just going to give it time. So while we give that time, let me show you the website we're going to be working with, which is the Jumia website. So this is the website we're going to extract data from. We're going to be focusing on the laptops. We're going to extract all the details, the price, the discounted price, the discounts. So this is the website we're going to be working with, like I said earlier, which is our data source. Okay, this is still running. Okay, I don't know why this is taking time. So it's not supposed to take time. Although I already have this installed in my environment already. So, but just for this purpose, you're supposed to install your packages when you want to use it. If it's not installed. I'm just gonna update. Okay, so we have it's already installed in this environment, so it's already satisfied. The requirement is already satisfied. That's why it's brought out there. So let's move forward now to importing. So after you install these packages, you still have to import it. You have to import it into this notebook that you're going to be working with. And so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to import requests. Now, what is request used for? Request is used to send requests to the website you're going to extract data from, to your web page. To fetch that web page. That's what request is used for. Then we have beautiful SOAP, which is used to pass HTML documents. Now, web pages are designed in HTML. That is the data structure, the structure for any web page is designed in HTML. So that's what we're making use of beautiful SOAP. Sorry. Yes. Then we're also going to import pandas, which is used for data manipulation. Now, when we get this data, we have to manipulate it into a structured format. We have to transform it, and that's what pandas is used for. As PD, which is an alias. Then lastly, we import SQL Chemi. Create engine. So now we're going to run this cell to import it, to import these packages. Okay. So it's taking time. Okay, so now this packages have been imported into this notebook, into our environment. So now let's get started with our extraction process. Now, what we want to do first is to define the URL we're working with. And that is the Jumia website. So I'm just going to copy this. Copy. So after defining the URL we're working with, then we now, like I said, make requests to the web page. We're going to, that's where the requests come in, the request package comes in. You make requests, and when you make this request, it's if the response is 200, that means it's a success. You can fetch data from this website. You're allowed to fetch data from the website if it's a 200 response. So we're going to try that now. So we're going to get the response, because in this response we're going to use while extracting data. If the response is not a 200, if it's not a success, we can extract data. So that's what we want to check now. Using our request library package. Get. So we're going to make use of the URL that we already defined. Response. I'm going to print it out. So we print response after we run this cell. So let's run it now to get our response. So can we see that it's a 200? That means we are good to go. We are good to go in extracting this data from the website. Okay. Now the response from this from the server is going to be stored in this response. This is what we're going to use. This is what we're going to use in while extracting data. So now, like I said, we're going to make use of Beautiful Soup. Beautiful Soup works with HTML. It helps to make extracting data easier by passing this HTML document from the web page. So we're going to use it with this response that we already defined earlier. Text. HTML. So now, this HTML parser is used to pass this HTML, like I said, so that your what you're extracting from the web is easier for you to extract. It's easier for you to yes, extract data from. So we're going to run this. So like you see, it ran successful. So let's check what we've extracted. So now can we see this? Everything like this all HTML is everything on the web page. Everything from this doc type HTML. Let's go and check the web page to be sure. So when you want to scrap a web page, you have to inspect it. So you right click and scroll down. You see where you see inspect is the last thing when you right click. So you say inspect, and it shows you the HTML of the web page. This is everything that was used to design this web page. And this is everything. As you can see, it's showing everything. Anything you wanted, this is what you use. And it's everything I did that we have already extracted into this soup, which we use Beautiful Soup for. So this is everything now. So what we're working with now, what we're going to extract from this website is, we want to extract this name, the name of the laptop, the price, discounted price, and the discount. I'm just going to close this. Click on this to inspect. So now, as you can see, okay, let me explain now. As you can see, this is the price. This is the discounted price. This is the name. So this is what we're working with. And everything is under this info. is this info we need that has the name, the price, the discounted price. This is what we're going to work with. So we're going to extract everything in this info for all the laptops on this web page. Everything is the same thing. And there's something we call tags and attributes. HTML document is made up of tags and attributes. Now, what is a tag? This div is a tag which enclosed in angle brackets. This div is a tag. Then we have attributes. This is information on that element, this div. This is the attribute is the class equals to info. And these two major things, what you're going to be working with when you're scrapping data, your tag and the attributes. So now what we're going to do is use this tag div and the attributes class of info. So let's go back to our code. I'm going to assign it to a variable. This is equal to soup. That's the soup we already created before. That extracted everything, all the HTML dots. Find all. Now, what does this find all do? It finds everything. Anyway, it's see the tag. That's the tag div. It extracts it and load this to this listing. So let me just do it so that it's practical div. That's the tag. Then the attribute we're going to be working with is class info equal to info. So this is what we're going to work with. That has the name of the laptop, the prices, the old, the new prices, the discounts. So I'm just going to run this now. All these things we're going to teach in the training program for you to understand, but I'm trying to break it down so that you get a clearer picture of how we do things, how we work on projects in the training program. So it has run successfully. So let's check our listings. So can you see now what is it is to extract? Now let's look at this first one. This first list is the first for the first laptop. We have HP Elite 840 G6. So let's check the website. I'm going to remove this. So this is the first laptop because all these other ones are sponsored. So this is the first official laptop is going to extract. So this is the first, everything in this, the HP, the name, the price, the discounted price, the discounts. This is the first one. It already extracted it into the system. This is the second one. This is the third one. So like that, everything has been extracted for the first page of this website. It has extracted everything into this listing. And this is what we're going to be working with to extract the name, the price, and the discount. So let's start with the name of the laptop of the product. So first of all, I'm going to create a list, an empty list, to store these things I'm going to extract. So after I create an empty list, and I create a loop for detail. That is for every detail in this listing, from the first one to the second one to the third one, for every detail, I want you to extract, find the name. That the name is the tag for name is H3. Let's go and check on the website. Let's go and check. So we'll click on the name, this name. We'll click on it, right click, inspect it. So can we see the tag? Like I said, we work with tags and attributes. So now the tag for this name is H3. And the attribute name is class equal to name. So this is what we're going to use to extract all the names from the listings we already made before. So let me do that. For detail in listings. I want you to find name. So detail dot find. So what this is going to do is it will go, like I said, in this first one now, in this first detail, it's to check for H3. Anyway, it sees H3. This H3 now, this H3 plus the class name is going to extract this name. This is where the name stops. It's going to extract this name and append it, add it to this empty list we already created. After doing that, if you go to the second one, it's a loop. It's going to iterate each and every until it gets to the last one. So let's try it now. Find anywhere you see H3, tag H3. I want you to extract the name from it. H3 class equal to name. I'm just going to convert this to text so that it's easy for us to read. So now after doing this, you now append it to the empty list. You add it to the empty list. And we're going to do that. Names dot append. Names dot append. You're appending the name. So let's run this and see what it gives us. So it's run. So let's check our names. These names that we created, let's check if it has extracted the data successfully. So can you see what I'm talking about? This is all the names of the laptop. Simple as ABC. It didn't even require so much code. You just, for every detail in this list is already created. Find the first name, find the second name, find until it gets to the last one. And this is all the names that are already extracted into the list. Now, let's do the same thing for price. We're going to do the exact same thing for new prices. We're going to create an empty list for it. Okay, so for detail in listings, I want you to find all the prices one by one. You find, as you're finding each price, you append it to the list that we already created, the empty list you already created. Prices equal to detail dot find. Like I said, this find is what you use to find these prices with their tags and attributes. Now let's go and check the tag for price. Let's first check it here, like the list already extracted. The tag for price for this first one, this is the price, as you can see, 515,000. So this is the tag. The tag for it is div, and the attribute is class equal to PRC. So let's check the web page just so we are sure. So now I'm working with this price. We'll right click, we'll inspect. So can you see? So instead of coming to check the web page, we already extracted this whole information into that listing. That's why I checked it there first before coming to the web page. But just so I can show you that it's the same thing we're working with. This is the tag div, then the attributes class equals to PRC. This is the price. So this price is going to be extracted and added to the empty list of new prices. So let's complete our code. So you're going to go in, find anywhere you see div, extract the price. Div, you extract the price, class PRC. Convert to text. And after doing this, like we did before, we append it, we add it to the new prices list. So say new prices dot append these prices that you're going to find for each detail you find. Append the prices. So let's do that. So there you have it. Simple. Let's run it. So let's check our prices, our new prices now. Prices. Wonderful. Can we see? The same way it extracted the name, it extracted the new prices. So now we're going to do the same for old prices. That's the discounted, the old prices, yes, and the discounts. So I will just explain a bit of what we're going to be working with. So now we're dealing with this tag, the div also div, but because this old prices is connected to discount also, so we're working with it too. Let me just break this down. So we can see this is for old price, this is for discount. So we're working with this too. I'm also working with this one. So I'm just going to show and break it down for you now how we're going to go about that. So like we did before, we'll create empty lists for the old price and for the discount head. Old prices, poultry, empty list. Then our discount. Empty list. So now, just like we did before, for every detail in our listings. So let me just show you here. These are our listings. So starting from the first one, for this first detail that we have here, anywhere you find this, this is the tag, this is the attributes. So let me do that. For detail in listings. So when you join the program, you're going to explain fully how loops work, how this loop, when we have for loops, while loops, we're going to break that down for you in the training program. So, but for the purpose of this project, I think I've even explained a bit of it for your understanding. So, then I'm going to write a condition. Because if you notice, yes, if you know, let me explain this now. Not all the laptops have discounts. Let's check for, okay, now you can see this laptop, it doesn't have a discount. It doesn't have the old price, it doesn't have a discount. It's just there. There's no discount on it. And so we have to put a condition that, okay, you're going into this website. We want to find the ones that have discounts, the one that have old prices, and the one that does not have, put none. So you go in there, you find the ones that have, if it has discount, you append it to the old price. If it has old price, you append it to the old price. If it has a discount, you append it to the discount. But if it has nothing, you just put none. So I'm going to write that code for you now. The same way I explained it is the way I'm going to write it now. So if detail, so if you find the tag div the class called to, like I said, we're working with this. We're working with this. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're working with this. This one has both the old price and the discount. So we're working with this class name. Let's copy it. So yeah. So now if you find any detail that has both an old price and a discount, We will now extract the price and the old price. So let's extract the old price for this, just like we did before, equal to detail dot find. Just find. Anyway, you see div, the div tag, and the class. So the class name for this is old. Let's check. Inspect. So as you can see, this is the tag, this is the attribute. So the name for this is old. Now we're going to work with equal to old. Convert to text. We'll do the same. Now, after doing this, we're going to append it to the old price. What we do for discount. So we say old prices dot append. Dot append price. This price is this price that we've already used to extract all the old prices. So it's going to do that. So we're going to do the same for discounts now. So we say discount. Yeah. Detail dot find. We're going to find all the tags that have discounts, all the details that have discounts. So find, and the tag for that is also div. Class. Let's go and check the tag name for discounts. So this is for discounts. This is for discounts. Just going to copy this. Yeah, let's copy it. Just copy from the one I have here. This is it here. This is what I'm working with for the discounts. This is the attribute name. So just the same thing I explained for the names, the new prices. For every detail, it's going to go into the listings. The first one is to extract the old price, to extract the discount, append it to the old prices, the discounts list. For the second one, until it gets to the last one, it's a loop. It keeps going till it gets to the last one. Dot text. We'll also append this one also. We'll say discounts. Dot append. We're appending it to this discount list we already created before. Discount. Okay. And there you have it. So remember I gave a condition. This if is used to give condition. That if you go into this listings, if you find price, if you find old price, if you found discounts, append it. But what if it does not find old prices or discount? What's it going to do? So if you don't find it else, what are you going to do? Append none. Like I said, it won't append anything, just append none for it. So I'm just going to write that. Old prices dot append. All this I'm going to change it for in the training program. How you use conditional statements to write a condition when you're trying to extract data, when you're working with other data, yeah, in data engineering role. So we're just going to do none. We'll also do for discounts. Discounts dot append. If you don't find any discount, you append none. Okay, so there you have it. So let's run our code. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Oh, okay. I think I made a error for this. Okay, let's run it again. So yeah, trans successfully. So let's check our old prices. Let's check our old prices. Wow, can you see everything from the beginning to the end? And if you notice, anyway, anyone that does not have old prices or discounts, it appends none to it. So you can see just simple as ABC. Once you know what you're doing, once you know what you're working with, it's easy for you. In fact, you can become a data engineer with ease if you know what you're doing. Okay, so let's check for discounts. So we can see discount. Anyone that does not have discount is puts none. There's no discount for it. So now we've been able to extract 4 things from the website to name the new prices, the old prices, and the discounts. So now we want to bring this all together and convert it into a table. And that is where pandas comes in. You know, I mentioned it, that pandas is used for data manipulation, manipulate your data to transform it. So we're going to transform this data into a table. So let's do that now. Data, we're just going to store everything in this data. Create a dictionary for it. Now this name is going to act as a column name for it. Name. Then the names we already created before. These names we already created earlier before the list for the names. These names, we're going to put it there. We're bringing it all together. Names. We'll look for the next one, new prices. New prices. New price. Let me just put new price. New price. We have our new prices for this. Then we also have old prices. Just watch and see the magic that we're going to perform now. So we have old prices. Okay. Bringing our old prices that were already created before the list, that already extracted data into. Then lastly, we have the discount. Discount. That's the discount we already created before. Okay, now I've created our dictionary and brought everything together. Now let's transform it with pandas. We're going to transform with pandas. So now we're going to assign everything to a variable name, laptops, because yeah, these are the details for all the laptops we've extracted. Laptops equal to PD. This PD is our pandas. PD.data frame. This data is the data we've stored everything inside. So now let's run it and see what we have. Let's run it and see what we have. Okay, it's my successful. So who's ready to see the magic we've created? The transformation. Are we ready? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, it's supposed to be laptops. Laptops DF. Okay, let's run it. Wow. Is it the same data we extracted from the web? Is it the same thing we extracted earlier? Let's compare. Is this the same thing? This is what we extracted from the web. This is what we extracted from the web. And this is what we have transformed into a clear structured table. Now, this data can be used for your analysis. Tech shop can use this data to analyze what they want to analyze, their pricing trends, discount patterns, everything they want to analyze. So this is just me breaking it down, how to extract data from the web, bringing it all together. So now, let's try something now. You know, this data we've extracted is just for the first page. And they're just 40. Let's check the web page. This web page is just everything on this first page is what we extracted from beginning to the end. But TechShop cannot use only one page to do the analysis. They need data from all the pages. How many pages do we have? Yeah, let's check. Okay, we have several pages. Let me check up. Yeah, you can see 714,000. So we have several pages. So for the purpose of this, I'm just going to extract the first 10 pages, data from the first 10 pages. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. Automate this open, bringing everything together. Like I just showed you the step-by-step process of extracting it one by one. So I'm going to bring everything all together now and extract for several pages. So let's try that now. Let's try that. So first we want to set the number of pages we're going to extract. Pages equal to. Now we're going to create a loop here. Like I explained, loop for each page, the first page, the second page. After the first page, you extract, go to the second page. It's a loop you're creating, automating this process. So page for page in the range of 1 to 10. I'm sure you'll be wondering, why did I put 11 when I said 10 pages? Well, in Python, Python starts from 0, the indexing. So this 1 and 11 you're saying is 10 pages is going to extract data from. And don't worry about that. When you start the training fully, we're going to explain this in detail for you, how it works. Indexing, slicing, everything's going to be broken down for you. Okay, so now we'll create another list, empty list again for all the names, the new prices, the old prices. I'm going to store the data extracted from the multiple pages. So name, do the same thing for new prices. I hope I'm still clear and audible. Is everybody following? Hope I'm not talking to myself, please. I hope it's an interesting session for everyone. Yeah. So we have discount head. Okay, let me just check what's okay. Please, if you're following, please can you drop one in the group chats so I can know that you're following? Everybody, okay? Christopher, is only Christopher on this call? Okay, that's good. Omolara, Titi, Titi Lola. Okay, that's wonderful then. Okay, let's continue with this interesting session then. Noel, Apis. Okay, good. So let's continue then. Okay, now that we have created empty list for the data we want to extract for the multiple pages, we're now going to define our loop and also going to format the link. So let me show you something now. You know, this is the first page we're working with. Now let's check page 2. And if you take note of the link, this is the link, right? Okay, so let's check page 2. So this is page 2. And you can see the link that this page is already included in the link, page 2. So there's a way we're going to format this link, this URL, to be able to extract data from multiple pages, from the first 10 pages. So let me go back to the code. So now for page num, that's for page number. For every page number in the pages, in these pages from 1 to 10, this is a range, 1 to 10. For page num in pages, that's these pages that were already created here. That's for every number. For number 1 in pages, for number 2 in pages, you extract data from it. For the names, the old prices, the new prices, the discounts. So yeah. Let's so everything we did before, we're going to just do it here from the beginning. So we're just bringing everything all together for multiple pages. So let me the link that has the page num. Okay. We're just going to copy this again. We're going to try to format this okay. Now you have the link that has the page num. I know we're working with page num. So there's something we call formatting in Python, where you can format it. This will be taught in the training program, step by step. There are different kinds of formatting. And we taught the different kinds. So for now, we're just going to work with one type of formatting, which we're going to use for this link. We'll just put an F there. Then this place you have page 2. Page equals to 2. Where you have the 2, right? You just remove the 2 and page num. Now, can you see what I just did here now? This page num is what I put here. I say for page num in pages. So if page num is 1, one is going to be here. If page num is 2, 2 is going to be here. If page num is 3, that's page number, 3 is going to be here. So as this is the formatting process, so as each page is changed, like for every loop, as it iterates, it's going to extract data from page 1, page 2, page 3, until it gets to the 10th page. Okay, same thing I did above. So instead of typing on, I'll just go to copy it so we don't have much time. The same process I did above, getting the response to the beautiful soap. I'm just going to do that. So I'll just type this instead of going to copy again. There's no time. Beautiful soap. So as I'm typing just the same thing we did, just for you to refresh what we did before. Beautiful soap to pass the HTML, this response that we've gotten before. Response dot text, because once it's in text format so that you can easily read it with our HTML parser that we're going to use to parse this HTML, make it accessible for us to extract data from. HTML dot parser. Okay, the same thing we did before. I'm going to put everything in this for loop. So we have our listings like before, equal to soup.find all. Like I did earlier, find all. You remember from before, the info, everything was kind, the price, the name, the listings. The tag name was div, right? So we'll just do the same thing again. Info. Okay, now that is established. Now, we're going to create another loop for the product details we want to extract. For the name, everything's going to be inside one for loop again. Don't worry. When you join the program, everything is going to be clearer to you. This nested loop that we're making use of here. So I'm going to say for detail, in just like I did before. But the only difference, let me show you real quick. Just like I did for each of these product details, for the name, for detail in listings. That one I'm going to do again, but this one, everything's going to be together. The names, the old price, the new price, discounts. So that one, let me just do that now. In listings. Okay? The follow to create. So instead of typing, I'll just copy from before the one we've done before. So we're going to start with names. I will just copy from here. Copy. So we're going to do the same thing for the other ones. Paste. Okay. Do the same thing for prices. Just copy from the one we've used before, because it's the same thing we're doing. Copy. Now we're going to do the same thing for discount, for old prices and discounts. Same thing we did too. We'll copy from here. Because we already defined the for loop. So everything is using one for loop. In Python, indentation is very important. That's why I say I'm trying to align everything to fit the indentation. Because if I don't do this, it's going to give error. And this is what we're going to be working. This is what we're going to be teaching you in the training program. How you indent when it comes to working with these for loops, conditional statements. It is very, very key. So now I've done for old prices and discounts. Now this is everything we're working with. This old code, this is what we're working with now for the multiple pages. Like I said, simple as APC. When you just know what you're doing, which we're going to teach you, is going to be easy for you. So we're going to now transform to just like same thing I did. So I'll just copy it from here. Yeah. Okay, here you have it. So I will just put this as all laptop details for the 10 pages. So who wants to see the output of this code? Should we run it? Let's run it and see if it works without wasting too much time. Okay, so we're going to bring out for the first 10 pages. First 10 pages. First 10 pages. Okay, wonderful. Who's ready to see the outputs? Okay, drum rolls. So let's check the outputs now. Oh, wonderful. Can we just see the magic we did? If you notice the first one we did for the first page, it had only 40 rows left. Yeah, 40. But now you can see 400. You can see 400 rows for the 10 pages we extracted data for. And if you notice, okay, let's even confirm. The last row there is HP ProBook. Let's go and check the 10th page. Let's check the 10th page. Let's think. Shall we just change this to 10? Not having to scroll. 10. Okay, this is the 10th page. Let's just check the last detail there. So what's our last detail? We have I don't think it's that. I think it is the laptop that is the last detail. We have HP EliteBook 840. Let's check. Maybe it's not following. Okay, this is it here. HP EliteBook. I don't think it's following the same line, but we can see the last thing on the page. HP EliteBook 840 GS. What's the price? 505. Let's check. Can we see 505? Old price of 600. So let me check this. Okay, we can even see this is the detachable that we just saw now. 69,000. Yeah. Can we see that? So this just shows you that it goes to every page, extracts the data until it gets the last item on the 10th page. And that's what we just did. That's what we just did with this code here, like this. It's formatting just by formatting the URL. We brought everything together. And we can do more than 10 pages. You can do 50. But because of time, I will just stick to 10 pages. So yeah. So now the last thing I'm going to do is to load this data into our Postgres SQL. Next, I'm going to extract data. We'll transform it into a structured format. But if you want to, most times, if you want to do another some form of we can remove the Naira sign, remove the commas. That's some other example of transformations you can do. But I will just be loading it into the Postgres SQL because it's already in a structured format like this. So now, let's load away. Let's load. Okay. So it doesn't, because time has already gone. So I'm supposed to stop here.
Yeah. Hi, Taiwo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Time is up, right?
So, yeah, definitely. You know, it will take a lot of time for us to be able to extract this data, transform it using Python, and then load into SQL, right? So if it's something that we are doing technically for ourselves, it's a code that can run within 10 to 15 minutes, you are done. 15 minutes is even much for you to do the Jumia actual extraction, transcription, and loading. But everyone, this is to show you how this can be done. And this is what companies on day-to-day basis do for them to be able to build up their database with data, right? So for this tech shop, they can instantly go to their from their database and be able to see all the data that Jumia is selling with respect to the specifics of those laptops, and also be able to see the discount they are offering. And they can from there make an informed decision. So we can comfortably see how data engineers can make changes and help management to make proper decisions just by building data pipelines, right? So remember what we did: extraction, transformation, and loading. So thank you so much, Taiwo, for bringing it up to this very moment. So I'm going to walk everyone through how they can be able to transition their exact pathway into becoming a data engineer. What do you need to do for you to be a data engineer? So if you are still with us to this exact moment, I want you to just type in any comments so that we know that people are still listening to us at this very moment. Okay, so everything that Taiwo showed us tonight is part of what you are going to be learning gradually inside the classroom. Okay, so it's not going to be us coming to class and bombarding you with everything. For example, for you to be able to perform ETL, that should be possibly your 6th week or 7th week in data engineering course that we offer, right? So it's a gradual process that will walk you through from level 1 to level 2. Okay, and we as data engineers, we are strategic for organizations to make decisions, like I mentioned before now. And without a data engineer, you will not have access to the data, right? So without a data engineer, what possibly the company can do is to hire someone that will go to Jumia and be clicking page after page to be able to see the pricing, then write the specific, then write the discount, and then do this for all the close to 500 laptops that Jumia currently have. So that is our specification. But with just a simple line of code, a data engineer can build that exact pipeline and make it possible for the company to see all this. And once Jumia updates their own, you can simply refresh your code and you have the refreshed version of what the Jumia is currently offering. And this is how organizations build up data. So what data is needed for the organization and how do we go about getting it? This is the question that data engineers answer for organization on day-to-day basis, so that you can use such data to take decisions from an informed decision part of view, okay? So like I mentioned, data engineers help to drive business decision, and some of the questions that they answer is, what are the essential characteristics of the data source, right? Is it an application, a swarm of IoT devices, okay? Or, okay, what is the schema of the ingested data? So these are things that we are going to walk you through in the classroom. And also, is this storage solution compatible with the architecture required to write and read the speed also? And if I ingest the data in real time, can downstream storage system handle the rate of data flow? Which means the way we're ingesting the data from Jumia and pushing it to SQL, can SQL that we've built, can it be able to handle the extra data that is flowing into it? So these are the possible questions that you are going to answer for you to be able to build this end-to-end. And also, what's the cost and return on investment of the transformation? What is the associated business? Sarah, please confirm that you can still hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear
fantastic. I think my video froze there for a while. Right. So with what we did today, you can comfortably see the ROI on the transformation, because the only option the organization has is to employ manual aspects of reading this data. And you know how many hours it's going to take someone to be able to go to Jumia, write down, move from page 1 to page 2. And it means that every single day, this exact person will be repeating this exact task. But as data engineers, we'll try to make this possible and seamlessly flow for organization. And there are also several careers that you can start upon completing your data engineering program. First off, you can work as a data engineer, you can work as a cloud data engineer, can work as a data architect, can work as a database administrator, and of course, as a Python engineer or developer, as an analytical engineer, a DevOps engineer, and also a solution architect. All right. So basically, you are not, confining yourself to just roles that's applicable to data engineering. Because once you have the knowledge and skill that we offer, can comfortably be able to scale through all these jobs. And why should you exactly train with us, right? Why exactly should you train with us? So we have phenomenal achievements because we've helped more than 2,000 people to transition from the classroom into getting their first job in UK, US, Canada, Europe, Africa, and of course, Asia. And we have track record of this success. Then number two is that we also bring industry standard facilitators like Taiwo to come to the classroom and teach you step by step on what you need to do for you to be able to get that place, okay? And because we have standard people coming, they also help to curate and fine-tune our curriculum. So what this means is that if at any point there is changes in the data engineering ecosystem, the facilitator already knows and will implement this in our curriculum. And we also offer you a blended training model to accommodate every learning type that you have. So what this means is that you are going to be learning live in the class, okay? You have a teacher talking to you directly, and you are also coding along with that exact person. And these sessions are also recorded, which means if you miss any class, maybe because you have shifts that you have to take a walk, or possibly because of any family exigencies can come up, you can always go back to the Google Classroom and watch the record of, also have a look at the video that was recorded from the classroom. So this means that you cannot miss out anything, right? And we also offer tailored sessions to position you to land your first job. And this is ranging across CV review, LinkedIn optimization, and so on and so forth. So as a data engineer, once you are done training us, it is 100% online learning, virtual instructor-led, okay? And you are going to have over 20 classes that cut across multiples of topic, and it promises you 100% job prospect visibility, because data engineers are always required to come and help organizations to automate their processes, okay? And you are going to be having hands-on practical sessions with video and exercises, lifetime access to the materials that you are going to be using in class. And once you are done, you at least add up to 10 projects to your portfolio. Remember what I mentioned before now? As a tech person, what recruiters look out for is your skill and experience. And how do you show evidence of skill and experience? Is by having a portfolio of things you've done. So I'm going to show us one portfolio before we are done with this class, so we can see how portfolios can be built and how you can put it on GitHub to show evidence of this exact activity. So how do you exactly become a data engineer? All right. So like Taiwo walked us through extraction, that is not really the first place you are going to start off if you are a data engineer, right? So we're going to walk you through introduction to data engineering, right? Where we'll talk you through the little aspects of data engineer that you may not even understand yet. The data architecture, data lifecycle management, what does it really entail? So these are things we are going to walk you through to make sure that it is convenient for a beginner, because our classes are meant to move any beginner from 0 to 100. It means that if you have zero knowledge of data engineering, you can comfortably still learn from us and be able to function fully. And after that intro to data engineering, we'll move you to Python and SQL, right? So you are seeing that for us to perform ETL, we're doing it using Python, and we're also going to move to SQL for loading into our database. And this is where we walk you through the basic commands and the advanced queries that's applicable to SQL, the select, the insert, the joins, and the sub queries, and so on and so forth. So we are going to walk you through this exact process. And for Python, you get to learn all the libraries that's applicable for data engineering, the pandas, the NumPy, and so on and so forth. So these are things that we are going to walk you through before you now move to bash commands and version control, Linux and GitHub, of course. So you need to learn the operating system called Linux, because it's also a basic operating system that you are going to be working data into, model a data from end to end and be able to see everything that it offers. So like I've also mentioned, you're going to walk through pandas, you're going to walk through Apache PySpark. How do you use open computer system to automate your processes? This is where Apache PySpark comes in. Data extraction, right? So you're seeing this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th topic. That's where we now start talking about data extraction that we handled tonight, okay? So these are things that you get to learn in our classroom end to end, right? So don't feel somehow maybe we're not following along. Data extraction is not really the entry level into data engineering, you have to learn series of other activities before you get to data extraction. And then you now move to data cleaning. How do you clean and transform your data inside Python, which is also what Taiwo showed us tonight. After that, you now move to cloud computing. How do you pay? How do you, and then now move to the other aspects called cloud. We now move to this other aspect called Azure and cloud platforms, like I mentioned, that's AWS. After which you do your data pipeline and orchestration before you now land to say that you are fully a master in data engineering. All right, so there are several levels of activities that you need to perform for you to fully say comfortably, I have arrived. And we walk you through all these things from 0 level to the expert level. And the amazing thing is that all our programs, all the topics that you are seeing are coming with a case study attached to them. So what this means is that by the time you are done training with us, you have ample of evidence to show to what you've learned. And we also have free internship that comes after this to make your CV and portfolio stand out, where you also work on other real life case studies to make you a standout data engineer. So I'm just going to give us a sneak peek of one of portfolios of our past students. So we'll get to see how our own can look once we are done training with analytics. So I'm going to click to get this exact thing. So I'm going to share my screen now. Oh, what is going on? All right, 1 second. 1 second, please. I'm going to bring it up right now. It's coming up. Oh, I think GitHub is not opening. Okay, I think GitHub is having a few dates today, but we're still going to get to it, right? So make sure you fill your attendance form so that you can have access to this data, right? So you can comfortably click on this exact link and be able to see the portfolios of our past students. And when you see such portfolio, definitely is going to tell you that if you come for a data engineering interview and someone like this with up to 10 case studies in their own portfolio comes also for the same interview, you and I know who the recruiter is going to take. And the amazing thing is that it is possible for you to do these things, right? So we are also going to play maybe one person's video before we are done. But for someone like Michael, when Michael finished his own program with us, he was able to land his first role in tech as a sales engineer, right? In a software company in UK after completing his data engineering program. And what Michael said that it was the mentorship and interview prep that was really fantastic for him. So for Idris was able to get a full-time job with Jaguar Land Rover in UK also after he completed his data engineering training with us. And currently, he's on his second role as a senior analytics engineer, right? So, and we are the ones that also provided references for him for the 2 jobs that he moved to. So we have other amazing success stories from our past students, which we've put into the slide to make sure that you can have a look at them, right? We have people like Kode that transition. So these things are possible, and it is only you that can make it happen. All right. So we also have other things that we offer that separates us from our competitors. And we have what we call the 3-layered approach of our employability services. Because if you want to transition, first thing is for you to get the skill and the experience first, right? And after the skill and the experience, we'll now walk you through the employability services to get you that exact job, right? And that starts with CV in review sessions. How do you match your CV to the job that you are applying to? If you have SQL knowledge and the job you're applying to said, we need someone with Postgres knowledge. Postgres is a database, right? But if you have SQL knowledge, you can comfortably work on Postgres. If you submit your CV just having only SQL, the applicant tracking system is going to sieve your CV out, right? Oh, that sounds right. Sieve your CV out. Nice. All right, so it's going to sieve your CV out, right? And what this means is that you don't even get to the next level. But walk you through how you can always match your CV to the jobs that you are applying to so that you can land your first job. And after the CV review session, I'll walk you through LinkedIn optimization. How do you position your LinkedIn to attract offers from recruiters? Today, I got like 2 messages from LinkedIn say, "Hi, Chukwemeka, are you open for roles?" And these are only possible if you modify and optimize your LinkedIn. We also have optimization sessions where you can be in Nigeria and working for companies in US or Canada, as the case may be, on contractual basis. And of course, how do you navigate the job market? There are hidden job markets that people do not even have access to. So we bring in expert recruiters into our program to walk you through how you can be able to get all this. We also have job and interview prep sessions, okay? Job and interview preparations, where if you get a job invite, we are also available to help you understand things that you need to do. How do you answer "tell me about yourself" question using the sit and start framework, right? Is it about how do you construct your entire thing that you are going to say when you are asked, "Hello, Chukwemeka, tell me about a time you worked for a company and you're able to extract, transform, and do the data." How do you answer that exact question? For example, using this simple case study that we did today, can simply say, "Hello, everyone. While I was consulting for analytics in my last role, I was able to extract data using the Jumia API and connect it to my Python for transformation. And after transformation, I loaded it to the database using SQL and made it easier for the data analyst to analyze the data that we have from Jumia." And this simple activity helped the company to save man-hour time and also improve our productivity by 20%. So when you talk to a recruiter like this, definitely they are going to know that this exact person knows what they are saying. And like I mentioned, because you are consulting for us, even though you are a student, you are working on real life case studies that we also get from our external consultants, right? So once you work on them, can comfortably say that you worked as a consultant for analytics. And we're also available to provide recommendation and reference letters for you in the event that you are moving on to greater things. And these are also activities that will help our students in the past land other jobs by providing reference and recommendation letter. Then number 7, which is level 2, is weekly mentorship session. So we bring in expert data engineers into the house to mentor the students. Right? We also bring in past students to come back to the classroom and talk to you on how they were able to scale during their own day job, and you're struggling in that exact role. We are also available for you so you can land your on that exact job. And this is to prepare you for the level 3, which is our promise to you, which is 1 month after you are done training with us, you must get 1 job invite, 1 interview invite. Okay. Once you are done training with us, 1 month, you will definitely be starting next 2 weeks. All right. And that is July 6th. Our next cohort is starting July 6th. And what are you waiting for? But like, remember that I mentioned we have an amazing discount for you by virtue of you being on this call. And this is not for everyone, right? It's for the first 20 people to enter these programs, right? We'll have dollars, it's $750, the full amount naturally. But by virtue of you being here, we'll have a discounted price of $600 for you. In pounds, we'll have £725, but the discount, you are going to just pay £500. In euros, 730 euros, discounted for you at 580 euros. In Canadian dollars, 1,125. But for you specifically, we'll have it at 900 Canadian dollars. And in Naira, 900,000 Naira. And we have specifically made it for you to be at 720. For you to lock down this discounted pricing, you can decide to make your first instrumental payment to lock it down, which means you can pay $400, £350, 400 euros, 600 Canadian dollars, or 500,000 Naira to lock down this exact pricing. Okay. And how can you go about to make this payment? How can you make this payment? So my colleagues are going to drop the main stack link, which I'm going to walk us through how we can use that exact link to make payments. So simply click on that exact main stack link. And once you click on it, it's going to take you to what we call the Analytics Enrollment Center, right? So it's going to bring you to the Analytics Enrollment Center. And once you get to that Analytics Enrollment Center, what do? Right? This is the Analytics Enrollment Center. Simply scroll down and look for data engineering program. Right? So I'm scrolling down. You are going to see other courses that we also offer and their pricing. And then scroll down to where you have your data engineering program. Remember, take note of this where you upload your receipts after making payments, because it's going to be important for you. After doing what we want you to do, you come back to this exact place again and upload your receipt through that link. Okay, so scroll down and you will see the data engineering program. So I'll simply click on it, right? And once I click on it, it's going to bring me to the option to check out this transaction. What I simply have to do at this point is, do I want to pay the full amount, or do I want to lock it down with the first instrumental payment? Let's assume I want to make the first instrumental payment. I'll simply put the 500,000 naira here. So if you can see clearly, I'm having NGN here because I am in Nigeria at the moment, okay? So if you're in UK, you're going to see the price in pounds. If you're in Germany or any European country, you're going to see the price in euros. If you're in US, you're going to see it in US dollars. If you're in Canada, you're going to see it in CAD. If you're in Ghana, you're going to see it in cedi. So it picks your geolocation and map it to the currency of your location. So once I've put the amount I want to make payments, I'll click on the reserve a seat option. So simply click on the reserve seat option, and then I'll put my first name. So I'll put my first name here, which is Chukwemeka Ikpa, put my email address, and then select the country that I'm currently in, which is Nigeria. So once I select it, then you put a random number here, and then click on proceed. Once I click on proceed, the checkout option will be there for me. So what I need to do at this point is either I decide to pay with my card by putting my card details, expiry number, and then pay, or I can decide to click on transfer and copy the account number, then go make the payments with my bank account, and then that's simply it. So after making payments, what next do I need to do? Simply go back to that initial enrollment center and click on upload your receipt and simply upload the receipt. I don't know if this makes sense to anyone at this point. This is just how you can easily make the payments for you to start your journey as a data engineer. Remember, the discount is not for everyone, okay? It's just for the first 20 people to get into this program. And you can scan the barcode on my screen, or you can click the link that my colleagues have dropped, and you instantly get started with making payments, all right? So I don't know if there's anyone with any question at this point. You can use the raise hand icon and we are going to take it, or you can use the chat box and we are going to also take it for you, right? Please, how long is the program for? Fantastic. So the program basically, the program lasts for 5 months, where you're going to learn immersively in the class for 3 months. Okay, it lasts for 5 months, where you learn immersively in the class for 3 months, and then you are going to have the internship lasting for 2 months. Okay, so you have the in-class immersive learning period of 3 months, and then you have your internship with us for 2 months. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense to you, Christopher. Christopher, are you there? Christopher, are you there? So I'm going to bring up my screen to also show the timing of the classes, okay? So the program lasts for 3 months, where you learn immersively. The program lasts for 5 months, where you learn immersively in the classroom for 3 months, and then you intern with us for 2 months, okay? So the class is just on days alone, where you learn from PM to 7 PM, okay? 4 p.m. 11 a.m. Okay, on Sundays, you have what we call the self-paced watch me do it video. So it's just short bite videos that's going to introduce you to other concepts. Right? So the program of 5 will for 3 case studies, okay, that you can now put in your portfolio to make up a better experience-based learning. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Christopher. Okay, so if anyone has any questions and want to speak directly to us, you can use the raise hand icon and I'll call you up to speak. All right, you can use the raise hand icon and I'll call you up to speak. Do we have access to Canvas or resources? Do you have access to Canvas or resource materials? So I don't know, Christopher, I may have to ask you to unmute so that I understand what you are asking. So if you're talking about materials specifically, you have access to the materials that you need to perform as a data engineer. Right, Canvas that I believe that I'm understanding, which basically that's not the core of this exact program. But for data engineering, you're going to have access to all the resources that you need. So I've asked you to unmute in case you have. How are the prospects for remote jobs from Dari? Fantastic question, Dari. So Dari, we have sessions for people where we also talk to people on how do I secure remote jobs, right? How do I secure remote jobs? For example, some of the people that we've displayed here, they are doing remote roles. Someone like Olubemi, someone like Michael, they are performing remote roles, all right? And also, we have people that also might be in Nigeria and they want to get jobs in UK or US, as the case may be. They are using Upwork optimization, our own Upwork optimization sessions to optimize their profile for them to land these jobs, right? So when we talk about the sessions on how to navigate the job market, that's where we bring in expert recruiters into the house to talk to students on this exact things that they need to know, right? So it is 100% possible. And in this slide also, if you scroll down that slide, let me see if I have Abdurrashid, because I think he's the recent person that I got. Okay, Abdurrashid resides in Nigeria, and currently he works for Child 420 in the US, all right? And that's after he completed one of our programs as well. Okay, so these things are possible, and that's if you implement all the layered approach that we have stated for you. Okay, so for Olalekan, can the discounted price be paid 3 times? Amazing question. Can the price be 3 times? So what we try to do is, because there's what we call payment fatigue, and we try to eliminate that from our students, we always advise people to use the 2 instrumental pricing option, okay? 2 instrumental pricing option. But if this doesn't work for you, what we're going to do is that my colleagues are going to send the email to you, finance@analytics.io, so that you can personally, send an email to finance, and then we can have a conversation relating to that. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Olaleko. So you can send an email to that exact email, and then we can talk to you. You can talk to us on what you want us to do, and we are going to see if it is possible to be done. Okay, that should be for Noel. All right, fantastic. I think hi Chukwemeka, can I train some type? Okay, that's the same question that Olaleko asked. So you can email finance@analytics.io, and we are going to take up that question and give you a perfect response with respect to that. Okay, so do we have any question from anyone at this point? Anybody, anything, talk to that we'll get to clarify you. Hi, Alaska. Hi, Benjamin. I've heard from Christopher. I've heard from Das. Hi, Manuel. Hi, and hi, Sonia. Please talk to us and ask your question. Okay, while we're waiting for the question, I think I need to take some of the promise that I made. So I'm going to play one video of one of our past students and what he has to say, so that we know that these things are possible. Right, so I'm going to play the video of Idris at DBC, so that we hear what Idris had to say about his own program. Okay, my screen is coming up shortly. Just a second there. Just a second, please. It's coming up right now. Let's hear what Idris had to say for his own program. What is going on with YouTube tonight? Sites can't be reached. Okay, it's loading right now. Let's get to hear what Idris had to say about his own program.
Hello everyone, my name is Idris. How I heard about analytics was through a post on Instagram. So there was this ad. And I was interested in what I saw there. That made me decide to go through their website and see the curriculum they had. Going through the curriculum, I realized this was exactly what I was looking for, because I'm this kind of person. I very much love the learning fundamentals when I'm diving into a new field. And this was exactly what analytics is doing. They starts from the fundamentals and build it up from there. That made me enroll into the program with them, and my learning experience throughout the program was very productive, because I gained a lot of concepts which I'm applying in my current role at the moment. Since finishing the program at Analytics, I've been able to secure a data engineering role at Jaguar Land Rover, and recently I just secured a new role as a senior analytics engineer. So my advice for anyone is, if you're having any doubts, or if you think, you need to delve into this field, I advise you to just go through the website, check on the courses there, and see what you're interested in, and start from there. Thank you.
Fantastic. So we heard what Idris had on how he was able to secure 2 major job offers after he finished his own training with us. So all these things are possible, but it starts with you taking that first step to joining some of this program. Okay, so make sure you fill the attendance form so that you can also get the recording and slide that we use for this session. I can go through it and watch all the success stories of our past students. What are you still waiting for to join us today, guys? What I always tell people is that the best time to get into the tech ecosystem is yesterday. The best time again is today, because tomorrow it might be a different ball game altogether. I don't know if there's any question from anyone before we call it a day from here. Any question from anyone? Do you have any question from anyone? You can drop it in the chat box, or you can put it, you can raise your hand and I'll ask you to speak. Okay, hi Noel, your hand is raised. I've asked you to unmute, please go ahead. Hi Noel, are you there? I've asked you to unmute, please go ahead to ask your question.
Okay, yeah, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Actually, what I want to ask is, thank you, Chukwemeka, thank you for the response to my first question for the payment. This other thing that is disturbing me now that I want to know is, what is the classroom schedule going to be like? Once we raise that, are we all going to start at the same time? You know, we all have different work time. Like me, I'm very, very busy. So I'm just wondering what the timing for the classes will be like. Will it be the same thing once we say, okay, we are starting on the 6th of July, everybody will start on the same day, the same timing, but our timing of work might not be the same thing. So I just need a clarification on that.
All right, thank you so much for that question, Noel. So basically, all the session is starting at the same time, which is July 6th. And that's because we are having live classes, right? So you're going to have live engagement with a facilitator the way you are talking to me in class, right? And that means everyone that is starting July 6th is starting July 6th. The only thing that happens again is that we start each cohort, new cohort, every beginning of the month, which means Another new cohort is going to start by the beginning of August, another by the beginning of September, and so on and so forth. So, but each month we are starting a new cohort that is going to flow together. But if you are looking at it by virtue of being not able to start, that's why we also have the classes recorded, which means even if you missed a class, you can always go back to watch that exact video. Okay, so the classes are starting together, but they are also recorded version classes uploaded to your learning management system for you to watch it. If you missed a class because of business exigencies, you can go back and watch it, right? But we have new cohorts starting every first Saturday of the month, which means we have the one starting July 6th, we have the one that's starting next month, in August and September. And the best thing I always tell people is that even if you want to start possibly in August, register now and lock it down with this exact pricing. At the point of uploading your receipts, indicate that I want to start in August. Right? So there's an option for you to say, do I want to start in July? Do you want to start in August, September, and so on and so forth? So select that you want to start in August if you want to defer, because I think that's what is preferable. Because if you wait till August to make payment to enter class, the pricing as at then might be a different thing. Okay, remember we're giving it as a discount now, but what will happen in August is not really assured. I don't know if that makes sense to you right now, Noel.
Hi, Noel. Yeah, okay, that's okay. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I think that can work with me or work for me.
All right, fine.
All right.
Fantastic.
All right, thank you. I will send a mail and explain better how I would like to run.
All right, that's perfect. That's perfect. I advise you send it instantly so that we can start giving a response to you before the 20 slot is filled up. Okay, so send it right away so that we can respond to it instantly, and you can make your slot reservation immediately also.
Okay, I'll do just that. I'll do that. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. Yeah,
all right. Thank you so much, Noel. Okay, we have Omolara asking, as a data engineer, can you also function as a data analyst? Fantastic question. So for data analysts make use of other tools like Excel, Power BI, SQL, Tableau. Okay, so you can function with the respect of the SQL angle. All right, so that's the only transferable skill that you can see in both programs. As a data analyst, you have the SQL knowledge. As a data engineer, you have the SQL knowledge. So if the role you are applying to requires the data analyst to only be doing activities with SQL, then that means you can comfortably function there. But if that exact role requires that data analyst to do visualizations using Power BI or Tableau, as the case may be, or you analyze data using Excel, and you lack all those skills, then it will be hard for you to function as a data analyst. Okay, but if you just strictly for SQL, you can function. I don't know if this answer is perfect for you, Omolara. Hi, Omolara. You can type in the chat box or you can raise your hand to say, you answered my question. All right. Do you have any other question from anyone before we call it a day? Okay, that's taken. Thank you so much, Omolara. Do you have any question, any clarification from anyone before we call it a night here? Okay, I think we've done justice to everyone's question. Everyone understood us perfectly. So thank you guys for being with us till this exact moment. It is roughly 10 p.m. West African time here. So I really appreciate you taking out your time to be here. What other thing I will add is that it's also very important for you to take up the opportunity to be in class by July 6th, right? So earlier this year, a lot of us said, okay, I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to improve on my learning. I'm going to add a new skill. Best time is already over. What do you want to achieve in H2, right? Are you a student that you're looking to, okay, by the time I'm done with my master's, I want to be coming out with the additional skills also? Then the best time to start your program is also this beginning of half year, right? Because at the ending of the year, you're going to look back and say, this is the best decision that I made coming into 2024 second half. Thank you so much, guys, once more. And I can't wait to see each and every one of you come July 6th in the data engineering class. Cheers, guys, and good night. Bye for now.